Hello, YouTube. My name is Adam. This is my mom.
Hello.
And we are back today to talk about Loki episode 5. Not 10, 5.
Oops. There's only one more.
There's only one more. How are they going to wrap it up? Well, we'll get to that later. Because first off, spoiler warning. Alright, so you've been warned. Here we go.
Yes, so much
First
to discuss.
Thing we want to talk about is the Loki variants. We have Kid Loki, Loki Gator, shop.new rockstars. There's a super cool polo shirt of Loki Gator. Kid Loki, Boastful Loki, and President Loki and his gang of pillaging, potentially Loki variants.
And then Classic Loki.
Did I say Classic Loki?
I think you said Kid Loki twice.
Oh, and also Classic Loki.
Anyway.
I meant to say Classic Loki.
Classic Loki was glorious, and
Yes.
we could say him twice if we wanted to. But anyway.
Anyway, so the first variant we want to talk about is Kid Loki. And his Nexus event was killing Thor. And how we think that happened.
Okay.
I personally think, because I think it's a really cool idea, that in Ragnarok, Thor said one time when we were kids, he turned himself into a snake, and because he knows I love snakes, I want to pick up the snake to admire it. And then he turned back into himself, yelled, "Yeah, it's me," and then he stabbed me. So rather than just stabbing him, that killed him dead, made him bleed out or something. I don't know if Asgardians can bleed out from a knife.
Probably.
But probably.
I don't know.
If you hit the right spot.
I feel like that's a reasonable possibility, and also ties in with a version of a timeline that we already know.
Yeah.
Since these are variants
Variant
of, variations on a theme kind of thing. Yeah, I feel like that's a reasonable possibility of when it happened. I don't know age-wise if that exactly jives up. How many years would it have been till the TVA came to get him kind of thing? Because, he's definitely older than 8, but he wasn't, he was a teenager, so, yeah. But I do think that's definitely
I think that's definitely
a reasonable hypothesis, yeah. Yeah.
And then we have Classic Loki, whose
Glorious.
Nexus event was not getting his neck snapped.
Yes.
So how he says he escaped that unscathed was he put up a projection of himself so realistic that Thanos himself thought it was real, and he hid, masked as a piece of debris.
Floated away
into space.
Hung out on an island, and then was snagged when he got sick of being alone on the island and tried to get
wanted
off.
to see if he could find Thor.
And was sent to this.
And was sent to the
Void, yes. My only query about that is the realism of being able to cast a projection so completely authentic that Thanos would have believed he had actually cracked its neck. Thanos, that scrunching, bone-crunching sound that Thanos made when he broke Loki's neck is so distinct to human body parts being crushed.
I don't know if you would have been able to replicate that.
Yeah, but look what he did at the end of the show, so maybe he was actually able to replicate that.
He made an entire Asgard.
He's extraordinarily powerful.
He's incredibly powerful.
So it's entirely possible.
It's
That was
entirely
just sort
possible.
of what jumped out in my head, was that just the ability to create such an authentic projection that it included the sounds and feelings of actual bones breaking.
Yes.
Pretty intense.
The third Loki that we have to go over is Loki Gator.
Loki Gator.
Who, according to Boastful Loki, his Nexus event was eating the wrong cat.
Gator's gonna gator. I don't know.
Yes.
What kind? Whose cat was it that was a Nexus event? That was a big enough deal that, if an alligator lives in a neighborhood with a lot of cats, wouldn't you think there would be a chance that they would eat more than one cat?
I feel like that might have been from a universe where everyone was animals.
Oh,
We got
maybe.
Spider-Ham. We got Iron Mouse. We got Captain America.
And Loki Gator. Yeah,
Loki Gator.
I like it. I like that. I agree
And
with that.
Throg. Don't forget about Throg.
And Throg.
Or
We
Frog.
got a little shot of Throg hopping around
Yes,
as
hopping
they were
around in a jar trying to grab a gigantic Mjolnir.
going down into their
Bunker
underground
room.
lair. So then the other one who was down there with them the whole time was boastful Loki, who the alligator Loki very hilariously sort of
Tried to eat.
called him out on his story that
Story.
was not true too. So
The story is that he won the Battle of New York and obtained all 6 Infinity Stones.
and Loki Gator called his bluff. And then bit him. I don't know. Anyway, it was good times.
And then we have President Loki, who was wonderfully Captain Hooked.
Yes, that was good times.
Wonderfully Captain
Yes.
Hooked.
Shrieked and screamed. And the entire marauding band of
And
miscreant
the entire
Lokis.
marauding band of miscreants
Which that was a question you had.
are all of President Loki's band of Lokis. I said Loki a lot of times in that sentence.
That was a Loki-filled sentence. I feel like yes. The one guy definitely was the guy from the TVA earlier when they were showing pictures of variants with the like the crazy funky ponytails. Like one of them
Yes.
definitely was in the cycle of variant pictures. I do feel like they're all Loki variants
That, quite frankly, would make sense.
in his gang. Yeah, I mean, if they were specifically going out targeting variant Lokis, it would stand to reason that the TVA would have brought a lot of them in.
Crap ton of them.
Like variant Dave from down the street, maybe nobody's going out into all of the possible timelines looking for him, you know what I mean? But
No.
if they're clearly seeking out variant
But if
Lokis,
they have caught like 10 Lokis
Yeah.
and only 2 of everyone else, they would assume that most Lokis are up to no good. Which they often are.
but we still love them.
Still enjoy
They're
them,
the best anti-heroes ever. All the Lokis, including the Gator.
including Loki Gator.
Yes. Yeah. So, Sylvie ended up
Sylvie
joining them
ended up
in the
joining
void.
them.
Yes, after pruning herself, which was super dramatic.
Super dramatic.
But we definitely, there was some dramatic tension scene happening with Miss Minutes and Ravonna before Sylvie pruned herself.
Yes.
So not sure what Ravonna's plan is
Yeah.
now that Sylvie is gone, Mobius is gone, Loki's gone, kind of where she's going.
So they think. So she thinks.
Gone from the TVA.
Mobius said he's going back and he's going to burn it all down.
I know, I loved that.
So I don't know how that's going to turn out for him.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts on Ravonna?
I feel like Ravonna's plan might just be to get back a variant of Ravonna Renslayer, the princess from 2047 or whenever she's from in the comics.
Okay.
Got stuck in the TVA and she's trying to make her way back to Kang, but she doesn't have her memories, so she doesn't know how. She just knows that there is something important in the void.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I just have a general distrust of her character.
No, Ravonna is quite shifty.
And I don't know. I really don't have a read on where she's going other than just I find her really difficult and kind of infuriating the way that she has been knowingly manipulating all of this and knew that the timekeeper robot situation, and she was just like, but that doesn't change anything. Sis, I'm pretty sure that changes all the things. Like, they're robots.
all the things.
So clearly she knew that too.
Clearly
Which
knew
would
that.
lead me to believe that she knows who's pulling their strings, which, yeah, I don't know.
But she seemed fairly truthful in actually wanting to know who's behind it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get a read on her. I'm going to be curious to see if we get all of those loose ends wrapped up, too, because there's
In an
only one more
episode.
episode left.
And we have Quantum Mania, which Kang is definitely going to be in.
So she could show up again
She could
later,
show
too. But we mentioned the thing that we were oh so excited about, that in addition to the many variant Lokis and Sylvie showing up in the void also was...
Mobius
Mobius!
M. Mobius.
Whew,
Back from the thought to be dead.
I was sweating that last week, but there he was driving a weird car with a pizza on top.
I really feel like they should have made that the Pizza Planet truck.
That would have been funny.
Crossover!
Or, you know, let him cruise up in a jet ski if there had been, like, water.
Like,
Some sort of lagoon around the void, and he could have just jet skied by and waved to everyone.
they pruned, like, Lake Erie or something. Because it had, like, turned purple from something. They pruned the
And
lake.
Mobius was just there chilling.
Mobius
yes.
was just like...
But our heroes were all reunited. Mobius was there with all the Loki variants. Loki and Sylvie had their time to sort of like middle school style, like the blanket around both shoulders. Like it was super cute. And kind of like forge a plan of what they were going to do.
Plan
Like
of
you
death.
said, Mobius said he was going to burn the
Burn it
TVA
all
to the
down.
ground. Yeah, but I was so relieved and so happy to see Mobius.
Yes. They couldn't have killed him off.
Ugh.
They couldn't have.
He was just too good. So that leads to the big crazy
big
like
looming
and
monster.
right, yeah, like that
Which is literally a looming monster.
classic Loki was conjuring those images of Asgard to distract him. Loki and Sylvie were working together in tandem to enchant him because he is incredibly powerful.
And who we mean by who
Yes.
is Elias,
Elias.
the giant purple cloud monster guarding the void.
That's quite a job to guard the void.
Guarding the void.
Well, guarding whatever's beyond the void.
Yes, he guards whatever's beyond.
Making sure nothing gets past the void to whatever is on the other side.
Classic Loki sadly got swallowed by Elias in the process of helping the two main Lokis probably take down the most tyrannical force in the entire universe. So, like, you're going for a good thing, but it's sad to see him go.
I've heard a couple of people say they think he's going to show back up, that maybe he, like, let himself be swallowed by the cloud. Like, it
'Cause he
was
knew
like
something.
he knew something. He could defeat it from the other side. He actually maybe... Whose theory was that he could be the one who remains?
He remains, yes.
I'm not
Somebody
trying to
had
hijack that
remains
theory. I
theory.
don't remember what video it was on. Someone else on the internet had that option, that classic Loki actually could be he who remains. And so he just sort of like became one with the cloud to like get back to his rightful spot, and eventually it'll be revealed that he was there. But once they were able to get Elias enchanted and calmed, they parted the clouds to find like
a giant crazy sky castle in a void at the end of time, surrounded by a ring of light.
this glorious castle, and yeah, just a crazy like otherworldly realm of insanity, inhabited by, we're at least
knows who?
getting a lot of hints dropped that it could be
Kang the Conqueror.
Kang. Yes, I think that we are both still Kang gang.
Kang.
To there's been too many things that lead me to feel
Towards
like it's
Kang.
connecting
Yeah.
to Kang. Yeah, I mean, certainly it could go another way, but
It could go He Who Remains. It could go somebody entirely different.
yeah, it could, honestly, obnoxiously, not really completely
It could not
cross
be
all the
wrapped up.
I's and dot all the T's, since we know there's a season 2, and we know Multiverse of Madness is
Multiverse
coming, and
Madness.
Quantumania is coming. I mean, we may not get all the answers that we want in this one more episode.
No,
but
I honestly doubt that we will. But I do have an interesting theory about the design of the thing around the castle.
Mm-hmm.
There is a white ring of light going around the rock that the castle is on.
okay.
I think that's the timeline incarnate. Because in Miss Minutes' video, all of the colored individual multiverse timelines, when they weaved together, became white.
Interesting. So that is like a physical manifestation
Physical
of the
incarnation
timeline.
Of the timeline.
That's interesting. I like it. I think it certainly could be true. That's a great theory. I'm definitely looking forward to finding out more about what's going on over there in
Indubitably looking forward to
the
finding out
land
what's
beyond
happening.
the void.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds so dramatic. Like, what's beyond the void at the end of time? I don't know. Let's go. Let's see. Let's enchant a monster and like
Enchant a monster.
split the sky and see what's going on over there. It's just, the whole thing is so big and vast and intense and awesome.
Time
and yet
itself.
so like well crafted and just the characters and the acting is so rich and so well put together. I'm gonna be sad to see this one go.
There is a season 2.
And excited for season 2. Yes. Yes, yes.
Like, I feel like they gotta find a way in season 2 to, like, slip him back onto the main timeline.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. Because can he get back on the main timeline without dying? I don't... Right? He's gonna get Thanos on the main timeline.
Not if you put him in after.
I guess, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know what they're gonna do. The possibilities are
What's gonna
literally
happen?
endless.
Literally endless.
Could be honestly anything. Clearly not hindered by the bounds of time or space.
Or space, no. I feel like they definitely could have a Loki what if, literally based on the catchphrase of the series. Enter a universe of infinite possibilities and ponder the question, what if? Literally anything can happen.
I mean, that's, yeah, like that would be just basically a springboard off of what this show is starting to do already.
Yes.
Yeah.
And how is what if gonna work? Mild sidetrack.
I don't know.
If all of the Disney Plus shows are canon, they're gonna have to work all the multiverse possibilities somehow to be canon.
I don't know. I think we're getting into really esoteric, really philosophical, really heavy territory with all of the splitting of the universes and the time
Yes.
and the multiple timelines functioning simultaneously. And yeah, I think it's about
gonna get nuts.
I think it's about to get nuts for sure, for sure.
Gonna get nuts.
Yep. And I cannot wait to watch the finale next
Cannot
week.
wait.
It's gonna be great.
Yes.
Yes. So hopefully you are all also digging the show still.
Yes.
Because it's epic and amazing.
It's.
So feel free to tell us what you think about the show,
Oh yeah.
what you're excited to see next week. And is there anything else we wanted to chat about, or did we hit it all?
I think we hit everything.
Nice. Excellent.
All right.
All right.
Thank you for watching.
We'll be back to talk about Black Widow maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Black
watched
Widow.
Black Widow last night.
Owl House as well.
What? Yes.
Crazy.
If you're a Disney Channel fan, Owl House, pretty great show.
Pretty great.
Lots of good stuff going on right now.
Oh yes.
Yes, life's pretty busy,
Pretty busy.
so we're gonna be back as
Content
much as
is
possible.
Not gonna be as frequent, even based on these 2 videos, which have come out over the weekend of when the episode aired.
But it's all good. It'll be great when it happens.
Oh yeah.
We'll stay in touch.
Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and I will see you next time.